Hello and welcome to the Brutally Honest podcast this morning.
No filters, just the truth. It's brutally honest. Today, you guys, we are going to be getting to know one of our amazing co-hosts a little bit better.
What an honor.
Are you ready for the journey we're about to embark on?
No. No, I'm not ready to open myself up at 8 a.m.
Yeah. It's funny, as we were talking about people to interview for the podcast, we were like, wait, we need to interview each other. Because we just jumped into it and we're like, we need more context as to who each other is. And then I feel like the viewers, as they're watching the podcast, will just get us so much better.
Yes. It was like a natural, wait, we haven't even done ourselves.
Yes.
How can we expect other people to open themselves up when it's haven't even talked about ourselves.
Yeah, in all of the lore that's there.
So much lore.
So much lore. I am honestly also nervous to interview you just because I want to do your story justice. I'm you are such an amazing person. I just need to capture your story well.
I hope. I even woke up being I don't know if I have an hour to fill.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm worried we're gonna run out of time.
That's good. That's good.
I want play-by-plays. I'm ready to just bust the doors wide open.
And listen, I'm an open book.
Story.
I will answer any question you ask me, wholeheartedly and honestly.
I can't wait.
Good.
I can't wait.
So it's up to you to direct the conversation. Pressure's on you, actually. Just kidding.
Well, should we just get into it? Do we have any other updates you want to share?
Any quick updates that you have that you want to list out?
No, not really. I had my first person stop me who I knew on my walk and be like, oh my gosh, I watched an episode of the podcast. And I was like, oh?
Did you know them?
Yes, no, I know her.
Okay, well,
but
fun.
It's one of those where we've hung out probably 3 or 4 times. We've gone to Pilates together 3 or 4 times.
Fun.
So I know her and I would call her my friend.
Love.
But we're not best friends, if that makes sense. So sometimes I worry about how she'll perceive the podcast.
Yes, for sure.
It's almost I'm not worried about strangers and I'm not worried about people that are super close to me because they know me so well. It's kind of the in-between where it's I've met you, but for sure on the podcast, I'm just the biggest version of myself. And they're like, are you crazy? And I'm also I'm not judgmental.
Yeah.
I'm a nice girl. I was going to say a nice gal.
She's just a nice girl.
Anyway, so that was fun. So fame's just knocking on our door.
Yeah.
That's what I really wanted to get at with that.
That's huge. Well, my only update is that I was in Arizona this weekend and I was supposed to fly back on Sunday. Flight got delayed actually canceled 3 minutes before boarding due to the FAA cuts and government's shutdown.
Yeah.
So over the last 2 days we've driven.
What's also tough is that it was on the way home.
Yeah.
Because you got there fine, but then on the way back, and then you're stranded not at home. Because at least if your flight's canceled, it's I can't go anymore, which sucks. But then you're stranded. Yeah. Somewhere else when it's on the way back.
Along with that, I started posting on TikTok for the first time ever. That's gross.
You're going viral.
I'm going viral, and the only people who follow me are men over the age of 40.
No way.
I literally feel like I got 20 followers from the last 12 hours, all old men. And I'm this is not my target audience that I'm wanting to cater my needs.
It's in your metrics, to. It's the age is just above 60 and it's 80% male. That's spooky.
Very spooky.
This is just for the girls.
Yeah, 100 FTG.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of scary. But also, I just want to say to the girl, if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching and supporting.
Oh, yeah.
No hate at all to you.
No
I am so glad you're supporting. I'm honored, honestly, that you took your time to watch our podcast. That's so sick. So you're a real one for that, for sure. Anyways, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Hi, Rebecca. Also, for our viewership, I obviously know her so well. I'm pretending that I don't know her. I'm asking questions that obviously I know the answer to, but you may not know the answer to.
Correct. We're sisters. So.
Yeah, so it's it wouldn't work. Okay, Rebecca, where are you from?
I am from Pleasanton, California, which is such a pleasant town in East Bay, California, which is 45 minutes outside of San Francisco.
Okay.
So we've got that Bay Area energy.
Coursing through her veins. Okay. Tell me about your family.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Okay, so I am the oldest of 4 kids.
For sure.
So it goes me, my little brother who's in New York, and then we have a sister in Idaho, and then you, of course.
Yeah, so you're the oldest. What are the age gaps?
So I think my brother and I are a little over 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And then after him, it's 3 years and then 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I'm honestly impressed you know all those age gaps.
Oh, yeah. We're 8 years apart.
Yeah.
Trust me.
We know the math.
Bit by bit.
Okay, looking back on your childhood, I feel like we're not going to go too deep there.
Yeah.
But like overall, good.
I would say,
talk to me about it.
Oh yeah, childhood was super good. Our parents are amazing.
Yeah.
Super involved, always wanting us to like do extracurriculars.
Yeah.
As the first child, I would say up until the age of like 27, total first child energy.
Yeah.
Like totally type A, totally just like, I'm going to get a 4.0. I like want to do, you know, all of these sports. I want to do this, this. Was super busy. Like I look back on like high school and I just remember being exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
From like, I was just doing everything.
You were doing everything.
Yes. So much.
Can we talk about your competitive civics lore? Rebecca competed in civics. And then you go. You go.
No, you go.
No, I just remember you going to Washington, D.C.
Yes.
You guys won state for, again, competing in civics, a.k.a. what did you do?
This was like a debate over like the different parts of the Constitution.
Yes.
I think my group was the Bill of Rights. And also note that like, that was such a stretch for me because I sucked at speaking. You had to do like a 2-minute like memorized speech with 4 people. Whoa. And then they would like ask you questions and you had to come up with stuff on the fly. Terrible at coming up with the stuff on the fly. There was one guy in our group who like the best BSer I've ever seen. He like works at like Microsoft now and like does like professional, or I think it's whatever, does professional presentations. And I'm like, could not be me.
Could not be me. Do you feel like you grew a lot from that experience though?
Yeah, I think I got a lot better.
For sure. I mean, you have to.
I was literally a deer in the headlights at like the first one and I was like,
yeah. When they're just like berating you, not berating you,
berating
but just
like
questions. Yeah.
It was like, what's the difference between like a positive right and a negative right? Oh, let me tell you. Yeah. Actually, I know the answer, but we're not going to talk.
Yeah. We won't get into that.
But yes, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think growing up, were you like a tomboy, girly girl?
Oh my gosh, tomboy.
Yeah,
like played with the boys in like recess.
Yeah.
Wore like baggy jeans until like 7th grade.
Yeah.
I was like Abercrombie only, Abercrombie and Hollister. So like the popped collars, the layers with the frills,
the layered tank.
What else?
I remember you always had those Adidas like 3-stripe sweats in your tomboy phase. Slayed those Adidas 3-stripe.
I had those were the sweats where you could literally rip them off, like the buttons on the side.
No.
Yeah.
You slayed those though.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
I felt like that was cool. I'd wear them again now.
Yeah. You've really come back to your roots, I
really have.
Yeah. So you, super big tomboy growing up, really into sports your whole life. And then you graduate high school.
Yes.
What happens next?
So then I went to BYU.
Yeah.
After 2 years there, I served a church mission in Argentina.
Yeah.
For a year and a half, and then came back and finished my year up at BYU. Yeah, I studied accounting at BYU.
Okay. How did you choose accounting?
BYU. Our dad was like very structured, I think, in the way that was like let me help you be successful, basically. Because I feel like he didn't have that direction. Mm-hmm. So he was like, basically like, look, I remember like have this vivid memory of being at Baja Fresh with my little brother and I. And I'm like 15 probably. And he's like, listen, guys, you can be a lawyer, a doctor, or like, he used the term follow the money, but like think like CFO of like a company.
Yes.
And so I got to BYU and like everyone talks about how good their accounting program is.
Yeah.
And so I took accounting to 100 and like did super well. I liked adding and subtracting and rules.
She slayed.
And following adding and subtracting in the correct rules. Mm-hmm. So anyway, they have a good program. So I like studied accounting.
For sure. Do you think though, I was thinking about this actually earlier today, if dad hadn't given you that advice, was there like actually anything else that you would have really been interested in going into?
I actually don't know. I feel like that was like, even without his advice, I think it was like, you just like, we had aunts and uncles who studied it too.
Yeah.
Or your cousins, I mean. And so, I don't know what I would have gone into, honestly.
Yeah, because I feel like some people hear that advice and they're like, oh my gosh, you got robbed of this like creative experience.
No.
Yeah, and I was just like, do you think you would have, without that advice, gone like done anything else? Especially at that age, at that time.
No.
Yeah, like maybe now going back.
Yeah, now probably, but like...
You just don't know.
No.
You don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you're studying accounting.
Not his fault also.
Yeah.
That's just like a color of what it was.
For sure, like. Just like a vibe of...
Totally. Yeah, I would, and like, you don't know what you don't know either. So like, I knew nothing else.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Like, what else would I do? Okay, so you're going to BYU. Mm-hmm. You're home from your mission, and I feel like real life starts almost when you're home from your mission.
Totally.
And you're in school. It's like, okay, we're moving forward.
Totally.
We're like really progressing.
Totally.
So you're at BYU. Is that the point when you start doing investment banking?
Yes. Okay. So basically, right before my mission, I had one of my friends who he was like head of the investment banking club at the time, and was going to go work for Goldman Sachs in New York right after he graduated doing investment banking. And he like found out I was doing accounting, and he like sat me down and he was like, "Hey, you being a girl, like you would be amazing in this, and like you basically would have a really good shot at making it, because like banking basically is like really takes mostly from the Ivy Leagues or like more prestigious schools.
Like they're target schools. And BYU is like non-target.
BYU is totally non-target. There's definitely like this like pipeline of people. So like, you know, we have BYU alum that work there that try and reach out and get BYU kids there for sure. But I mean, we are the minority for sure. Yeah, like, there's like 1 to 3 spots, you know, per bank, basically.
Yeah, like is it for like BYU kids or just for non-target kids in general?
For BYU kids.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, sometimes there's 0 too.
Okay, so you hear that, and what's like your reaction?
I hear that, and I'm like, this was before my mission. I was like, oh yeah, like this sounds like it would be so fun. Yeah. Do I even know what investment banking is? No. Like, have I watched Wolf on Wall Street? No. But I'm like, that sounds so cool.
You're like, I have no frame of reference for what you're talking about.
No frame of reference.
But also probably you hear that and it's like like you're naturally competitive. And so I'm sure you hear like 1 to 3 spots. You bet your bottom dollar.
And he's like, you have a good shot. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
So basically what happens is I come home from my mission, and you know, I don't really remember what happened. I had done an internship right before my sophomore year that was in accounting. Yeah. And I followed basically a really small accounting guy in a really small company, but it was like so boring. I was like, I don't really know what you guys do. He was so nice, but like a little nerdy, kind of like what you think as like a classic accounting
for sure. Guy. Like you're like, oh, you're a CPA, and I just don't know if I'm
like, I don't know. I don't think this is like what I want to do. Yeah. So, anyways, so I get home from my mission, and I remember like kind of starting to go to like these like finance meetings, basically, where basically they talk about like, okay, like, man, I don't know the best way to put it. Like essentially basically like in the business school, like the most competitive job you could get out of there was investment banking. Yeah. Like everyone knew it. Everyone who like kind of like was competitive did it. Yeah. And so I think I got home and I was kind of like, I think I want to do this.
For sure.
And then I think really I got home in December, and then I think that fall semester is when I like really started getting into it. And I was kind of late to the game in terms of like recruiting. Yeah. Because you have to do all this networking. I flew out to New York to go network with people that are currently at the banks. Really? There's this 300 question guide that basically you have to memorize every single answer. So it's like, you have to know like, okay, how does $10 of depreciation affect the 3 financial statements? Because it's like a non-cash expense. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I need to know the answer to all of these questions. And honestly, there are like so many questions where like I didn't even understand the concept to it. Yeah. I just memorized the answer.
For sure. You're like, I have no idea actually how this affects the 3 financial statements, but I know it's a non-cash expense.
I didn't even know what the investment bank really did. It's still unclear to me after working there. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, someone told me this was the place to be, and so I am here.
No, literally, it was like, this is the best thing I could do, so I think I'm just going to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, I would have done the exact same thing, especially with like knowing people that were in the business school. Like, that was the who's who of the business school almost. Sure. And there was so much clout in being like, yeah, no, I'm recruiting for banking.
Totally.
Or being like, oh my gosh, what bank are you going to? Like, how'd your interviews go? Super day. Like, it's the whole culture. It is
toxic.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's all dudes, and like the dude toxicity is disgusting. Actually, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, it is so funny.
Yes.
It's
hilarious. I'm just picturing you in there, and you're like, oh, I'm running with the big dogs.
I'm running with the big dogs.
Okay, so you get a summer internship.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you go?
So,
Talk to me about that.
I did a summer internship at Credit Suisse in New York. Yeah. And I loved being in New York. Okay. I loved New York. It was so fun. There was like we had such a good group of friends there. I didn't love like the internship itself.
Okay, interesting.
I got paired with the worst analyst there to like work on projects with.
Okay.
She was terrible.
In what way was she the worst? Like, was it just like...
Everyone knew she wasn't technical. She didn't like teach me. Whereas like the other analysts were like, hey, like, let me kind of show you how to do this. I was all on my own basically.
So she wasn't the worst in like her personality. She was just the worst as far as like the quality of her work was the worst.
No, or both. No, both. Everyone knew it.
That's tough.
Everyone knew it. But like we became friends
for sure. I mean, you're with her for so many hours of the week. You have to.
Yeah. And so I was working like long hours. Like I was there till midnight every night, basically. Yeah. And I ended up getting a return offer. Yeah. So I remember being like, I don't know if I couldn't tell if I liked the work at all, really. Yeah. I didn't really think I did.
Yeah.
And I also didn't even know what was going on.
It's tough being an intern. Like an intern, you're only so exposed. For sure. So it's like, oh, this was like...
Well, and they're not going to give you anything important. No. Like as an analyst, same thing. No. Like I'm not giving you anything important that I need done.
Yeah, that you're like super worried about. Actually, backtracking, when you got the offer for the internship, how did you feel?
Oh, I was so hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like one of those things where it was like, oh my gosh, I put in so much work and like I made it.
For sure.
So it felt really good.
Yeah, it's more like you're making it to the mountaintop. It's not even like you're excited about the internship. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've achieved this.
I have achieved this thing that everyone says is really hard.
Yeah, it feels like you're winning. Almost.
Exactly.
Okay,
totally.
Interesting. So when you get to the end of it, you're like, I'm not sure about it. You get the return offer.
Yeah.
What happens next?
I don't really remember how I got to the conclusion that I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
But I like rejected my like return offer.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it was like, is this really what I want for my life?
Yeah. Like,
I don't really remember.
Was there kind of like a lifestyle discussion?
Yeah,
like,
I think so, for sure.
Have those hours. How did you feel when you rejected the offer? Like, were you confident in that decision, or was it like, I think this is right, I don't really know? Yeah, the latter. Okay. It wasn't like, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to find something that I love. Yeah. Yeah. It's so hazy, honestly. Yeah. I remember talking to like one of the head guys who used to work there, and we had like a conversation about me like maybe even like extending the return offer date potentially. Oh, interesting. But I don't remember what happened. Yeah. Yeah. So, but long story short, you end up not doing it. I ended up not doing it. And probably like it's for sure a decision heavily influenced also by outside sources. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I think that like also colors the future of your career as well. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. So you go back for your last year of school. Mm-hmm. I do. You meet someone. You meet him then, right? Yeah. After the summer. Okay, yeah. So you come back for the summer. Talk to me about that school. You meet someone. I meet someone. Yes. So I had dated a lot actually before then. You had dated a ton of people. A ton of people actually. Yeah. I was always dating. Yeah. Someone. It felt like always. Yeah. Literally always. Yeah. And so I met this guy and like was really. I remember he was my periodicals crush. He was my libraries crush. That's exciting. I remember seeing him in the periodicals, and I remember thinking he was so cute. And I actually have a Snapchat. I like secretly took a Snapchat of him to take to like for like one of my friends. Like look at my Snapchat crush. Like to show. Yes. I went classic skating. This is so classic. I went classic skating one night with my friends. Yeah. On 90s night. And maybe it was 80s night. And I remember he was there randomly and I was like, oh my gosh. Like my crush is here. Well, it's crazy when you see your location crush at a secondary location. Very That's exciting. So exciting. Very exciting. Yeah. So he was very good at skating as well, which I think a man on a skating rink who can skate backwards and do all those tricks is so cute. Don't ask me why. It's so funny because I can see it being like 50-50. That's either an ick or you love it. Oh, love. And you loved it. That's amazing. So he was so cool. He like came up next to me and then turned around and started skating like backwards, talking to me around the rink. Anyways, yeah, so he got my number that night or something like that. Your heart skipped a beat. Absolutely. Oh, 100%. When he's coming up and skating behind you doing a little move. Yes, totally. So that's like your dream from the fairy tales. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. You're like the best meet cute ever. Okay, so he gets your number. Yeah. Do you go out soon after? Like I think like it took a second to like for some reason for him to reach out. I don't know why. Yeah, he had other options. Other engagements. Yes, per se. Anyways, so we ended up going out and
started like dating like pretty much immediately.
Yeah,
like from then on.
I feel like the beginning of a relationship was just like, oh, we really like each other, let's go.
Yeah,
okay.
Totally.
So you start dating when?
I want to say we meet in March and start dating in like April, probably.
Okay, and then that you graduate.
Yeah, so I graduated that April.
Okay.
I had already had like, okay, so back to my job. I had already had a offer. So I decided to like, I still wanted to go to New York after I graduated. And then I had gotten an offer from JP Morgan doing internal consulting, actually mostly on like their consumer bank, like Chase.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was couched to me as a bunch of like ex-McKinsey Bain people. And so that's what, and it really was. It was mostly that. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I already had that locked in.
Okay. Yeah. So you're like, I'm going to New York. And if you're starting in April, is that like this summer I'm going to New York?
Yeah. Like I'm basically leaving in like August.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, end of the summer. So you're like, we have a timetable a little bit on your relationship.
Yeah,
as far
I think
as
so.
When you're in person.
Yeah, totally.
You start dating in April. You're together that summer.
Yeah.
And it's just like good times, right?
Yeah, it's like, I would say it's like mostly good times. He had another year of school left.
Okay.
And so I wasn't sure how that was supposed to look, and I was like definitely dead set on New York for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely though, I was like more emotionally invested in that relationship than I had like ever been.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
And I will say there was like this undertone during the whole time where I was like my gut was like, this isn't gonna end well. Like,
really?
Yeah, it was like from the beginning I was like really emotionally invested, but then like deep down I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know about this.
Wait, so is that feeling like you feel like something's off with the relationship? Like, is there something off, or is it just like this isn't going to work out?
No.
How does this feeling?
It doesn't really feel like things are off with the relationship, I would say. Because it was like so fun when we were together, but it was mostly like, I don't know if this is right.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So the whole time you have that, but you are just like, love hanging out with him, love being with him.
Oh, yeah.
Push it down.
Totally. In love.
Yeah.
Push it down for sure.
So end of summer comes.
Yeah.
You move to New York in August. Do you have a discussion beforehand of like, hey, we're going to do long distance? Or was it like, for sure we're going to do long distance? Was that stressful?
I don't even remember. I'm sure we for sure we had a conversation about it. I think it was kind of like I think when we started dating, like wasn't sure, obviously. And then as it got closer, I think it was like, well, we can like figure this out. We can work this out. Yeah. And so, we ended up doing long distance when I moved out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing long distance. How does that go?
Oh, terrible. It was like, it was fine. It was good for, as good as it could be for long distance.
And long distance sucks. So it's like,
yeah.
Oh, your relationship wasn't on the rocks, or was it?
No, it was I would say it was like kind of on the rocks.
Oh, because, really? I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, define like on the rocks. What do you mean by that?
Well, just like, because sometimes the relationship isn't hard, the distance is hard, but sometimes distance makes relationships really hard.
Yeah, I would go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I was just saying, like,
yeah, I would say kind of the latter.
Okay.
Like, I remember, I think I caught him lying about something, to be honest. And I remember then like breaking up with him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, immediately. And then he like came and so then we broke up. Yeah. And then I remember he came out. And so then we hung out and then got back together.
Got it.
And yeah.
So a little bit messy.
Yeah, definitely a little messy.
In New York.
Yes.
Like trust. Yeah. You have to have a lot of faith in the other person. Exactly. And especially like when he's back in Provo, there are so many. Oh, it's like young dating. That's the whole scene.
It's like what you do.
Yeah, it's like
totally. And I don't blame. Like no. Like
yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah. It's so hard.
It's hard. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing distance, but obviously, eventually.
Yeah, eventually,
relationship starts progressing.
Yeah, our relationship starts progressing. I felt like we were like very present in our conversations. Okay. Like all of our FaceTimes were like very present, if that makes sense.
How often did you guys see each other? Did you have like a cadence, or was it just like I'll see you when like we can?
I think it was like once every 3 weeks or something like that.
Good.
Yeah, like I feel like I was always on flights. Yeah, like honestly, that time in New York like wasn't that fun.
That's hard.
Yeah,
because like you're kind of mentally somewhere else.
Because I'm mentally somewhere else. My job at the time like wasn't what I wanted it to be, and so it's like hard being in a relationship when you're like in New York and like everyone else is single and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, Like,
yeah. And it's like, how much do you lean into the single scene?
Totally.
Like going out, am I like supposed to stay in because I have this boyfriend?
Totally.
Yeah, you're kind of in an awkward spot there for
Yeah.
sure. And you're not living your job.
and not exactly, and not loving my job.
Yes, you kind of this like double whammy.
Yeah.
It makes it hard. So who brings up the conversation of marriage and when? And maybe not when, that was a while ago, but basically
He for sure does.
Okay.
No, he for sure does. I want to say it was like in March.
Okay, that makes sense.
When I'm in New York.
Yeah.
I think so. I can't remember. Oh, actually, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know the timeline.
Yeah, you don't know the timeline?
I'm in New York, though. It's
Yeah.
probably in like December-ish.
Yeah, is when it starts.
Or when it
when
starts.
you get engaged.
Maybe we got engaged in March.
You got engaged?
I think we got engaged in
the
March.
same day I got asked to junior prom.
Okay, well,
and I
that
believe
you
that
know.
was in April.
Okay, there we go.
March, April, like that's springtime.
Yes, spring. Yeah,
You get
exactly.
engaged.
Yes.
And you were planning a June wedding, I want to say.
I think that's right.
Or a summer wedding.
We were planning a summer wedding.
Were you... Obviously, you said you had this deep-seated feeling throughout the whole relationship.
Yeah.
Was getting engaged serendipitous? Was it like you got engaged, but this feeling is like still resurfacing?
Yeah, I would say it took me a little bit to get there, and then I was like, I think I'm there, if that makes sense. So I think I'm ready to do this.
Yeah.
So I remember, getting engaged, but then being like terrified to like tell people, and also too like I would say like my parents weren't too stoked about it.
Yes.
So I do remember like it's tough when like you get engaged, but it's like it's like, ooh, like some people aren't excited about this. And
Yeah.
I know that, and it's like that's an icky feeling too.
For sure. Well, it's kind of hard when like you want it to be the most joyous,
Totally.
exciting, everyone's stoked, and it's tough when there's like mixed reactions.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were like they obviously wanted to be excited for you, but it's hard when you
Yeah.
just know deep down
Exactly.
they have differing feelings.
Yeah.
And deep down you also have differing feelings.
Oh yeah, no, and I have differing feelings as well.
Did you almost want them to be really excited about it to like help convince yourself
I
that
think
it was right?
for sure that would have helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you're planning this June wedding.
Yes.
Talk to me about planning the wedding.
Oh my gosh, it was such a mess. So I think so let me talk about my career, and
Yes.
then let's jump back into that. Okay, so
many backdrops.
didn't like my career at all. It just wasn't fast paced enough. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I'm ready to be here till like 12 p.m. And then I'm like, if I'm staying after, they're like, why are you staying after?
Oh.
And I'm like, are you like too busy? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to put in my
get
good
ahead.
time. Anyways, so I ended up, and also I remember he didn't want to move to New York either. That was a big thing. Is he didn't want to move to New York, but he would have done like San Francisco or something like
Okay.
that. So he did an internship in San Francisco, and then I had moved jobs. So I actually ended up lateraling back over to investment banking.
Okay.
And I worked at Jefferies in San Francisco.
Okay, cool.
Again, like we can talk about that in a little bit, but so basically I was in San Francisco at the time. I was actually living at my parents' house because that's where we're from.
Yeah.
And he was out there as well for an internship.
If you weren't dating him, do you think you would have tried to get a job in New York?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
like, so
sure.
you
100%.
you choose the San Francisco bank because he's there.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
because like you have family or because you want to be there.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you to be close to him.
Yes.
Long term.
Yes.
Okay. When do you move from New York to San Francisco?
I want to say, oh my gosh. I want to say it was in like June, maybe May or something like that. It was after we were engaged.
Yes, after you were engaged. I want to say it was the summer. I think it was pretty early summer.
I think because I remember I would go to your volleyball game. So you hadn't graduated. I think it was in May that I moved.
Yeah, well, you were for sure there that fall. You were there that
Yeah.
whole fall, and then I'm just trying to
just
think.
kidding.
I remember you were there because
you're
that was
right.
my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And you were there July. I know
Yes.
for sure.
Okay, so I was there by June.
And I think you were there probably June-ish.
Yeah, probably June-ish.
Yeah, because I think you moved after the school year.
I think that's right.
So you moved there. The wedding's supposed to be in July. You're moving in June.
Yes. I think. It might have been August.
Yeah, okay, end of summer wedding. So when you move back, are things like on when you're moving to San
I
Francisco?
think I think so.
Okay.
From what I recall, yeah.
Okay, so things are on.
Those things are on.
When do things start to crumble a little bit?
Oh my gosh. I don't really remember. I remember when he like moved out there and like was like, okay, like let's start like planning this basically.
Yeah.
And I like immediately with the planning would get like crippling anxiety.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember having to like send like the wedding or like get the wedding invitations out.
Yeah.
And I like couldn't even like engage in that, if that makes sense. Cause it was like having to like basically like face this fear or like this like feeling that I was having.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. And so I remember like waking up with anxiety every single morning. And then like, as I like meandered throughout the day, it would like get better. Or like when I saw him, it would like get better.
Yeah.
And then like the next day I'd still wake up with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So how much of the planning, like, are you getting done?
I think we had taken like some pictures and stuff.
I think you get started on your dress.
Yeah, I got started on my dress.
Yeah.
And we had like tentatively picked out like a venue.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, you were going to get married in Utah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, you just reserved at like the backyard.
Yeah.
Grandma's backyard, so it was like easy.
Yeah, so yeah, we didn't like put any money down or anything like that.
Did you get invitations out at all?
No.
I was going to say, no, I don't think you did.
No, never.
Yeah, I think it might have been, your wedding was supposed to be in early September.
I think that's right.
Like late August, early September.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's June, which Utah weddings, you plan them like that.
Yeah,
like you guys think this is fast. No. They have all the time in the world to drag their feet on
all the time in the world.
So you start dragging your feet.
Yeah, for sure.
A little, like honestly.
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah, so you're dragging your feet. Does he pick up on you dragging your feet?
Yeah, I think he does. And I think eventually like I like break down and have like a conversation with him.
Okay, got it.
And like start being like mostly open about things. Like not all the way for sure. Cause it was like
a lot.
I don't want to like, part of it's like him. So I don't want to like hurt him the whole time either.
And you're not ready to blow up your relationship.
And I'm not ready to, exactly.
Yeah. So you're like just trying to, before had you been couching it as like, I'm really busy almost with work?
I'm sure I had been. I can't really remember.
Yeah. But he picks up on it. You have a conversation. How does that conversation go?
Oh man, I don't even remember the exact
the first of many conversations.
Sure I cried. I think we were on like some public transit and I think I just started like kind of like breaking down and crying, being like, I just don't know. Like, I'm just like not sure about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. I had that conversation actually now I think about it.
Yeah. And how does he take it?
He takes it really well.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. No, he was, I mean, obviously like I think he kind of could tell for sure.
Yeah.
And then, he took it really well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard conversation to have, so.
Yeah. And I was like, what do you say?
Yeah.
And
that's impressive that he took it well.
Yeah,
and also probably for him, he's relieved to finally know what's actually going on.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so you tell him you have doubts.
Yeah.
Does that then pause the wedding planning, or what is like the next step? Because you're like, I'm just not sure.
I think it tentatively it doesn't really. It wasn't like we're on pause now. Okay. I think the initial conversations were like, okay, like let's talk about this. What's going on?
Okay.
What are you feeling? And I can't even remember. I feel like my brain's like honestly blocked it out. No, I'm serious.
But was the wedding still on?
I think it was on at the time.
It was just temporarily. Like, let's figure this out. But it was we're still going to get married.
Yeah, we're still going to get married. No date though.
Yes. Oh, okay. So you're just like, I just need more time.
And then I want to say what happens actually is we then pushed the wedding back. I think we broke up. What happened though? We ended up breaking up.
Okay. Yes.
So just get into that.
Yeah. Just get into it.
So basically things are like not great. Like things at home, I'm like at home, things aren't like really great at home either.
Yeah.
And so I am just like at my wit's end and I'm just like, I can't do this. So I remember we like called off the wedding, but like we were still talking basically.
Yeah.
For sure. But so it was like, okay, like we're not like getting married right now, but like we're like, this isn't over kind of thing.
Yes.
And so that lasted for a while.
How long is a while?
I don't like a couple months.
When you first broke up with him, did you think kind of that it was going to be over for like a second?
I can't remember.
Because, okay, here's what I remember.
Okay.
I want to share a memory that I have.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
I remember I had been in Bolivia for 10 days.
Yes.
On like in a humanitarian trip. I come home. And I think it was that day or the next day that you had a conversation breaking things off. And this would have been end of July.
Okay, no, then I thought it was over.
And I remember we had a backyard with a connecting swinging door to our neighbor's pool because they had a pool and a hot tub.
It's coming back to me.
So I remember you are just sitting on their pool, like right next to their pool, just sobbing.
Yeah. That's
crying,
right.
distraught.
Yeah. No, that's
and
probably
I
right.
remember I'm 15, 16 at the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm 16.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Yeah.
And I just remember kind of just slowly walking over to the pool
You were
side
so
and
cute.
just, it's gonna be okay. So I have a vivid memory. And so I'm assuming at that point you thought it was over.
Probably.
Because I know that was a very tumultuous conversation that you had with him.
Yeah.
Like tensions were running a little bit high.
Yeah.
With him in that conversation.
For sure.
So I think that was like
that was definitely like, we're not getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not getting married.
Yeah.
Okay, that was that
because
one.
it wasn't like, let's not get married. No, it was like, we're not getting married. This is like dramatic,
Yes.
a big shift of events for everyone.
Okay, it was like, yeah, like, I can't do this.
Yes.
I feel like was kind of the conversation.
Yeah,
that you
totally.
had. And yeah, so I remember our dad also eventually coming over. You had your little speaker sitting there, and we just sat for a bit.
Man, I don't remember that.
And just felt all together.
I don't remember that.
I vividly remember.
Oh, I know.
Yes, clearly. So
Oh my
that's
gosh.
end of July.
Yeah.
But things are still going.
No, yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like a big underpinning that we should really stress to the listeners is that you loved him.
For sure. No, it was like, I was distraught. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never felt like this before. And like, I wanted something, but like at the same time, didn't want anything.
Yeah.
Like, didn't want it. And like, I couldn't picture my life with it, but I didn't want to let it go. Does that make sense? No, I was like totally feeling those things.
Yeah. Do you think it was trying to like name the feeling where you really wanted it to be a certain way, but it just like wasn't that way? It's like, I love you and I want to feel so confident about it, but I just don't. Is that kind of what?
For sure. Yeah. And I think there were things about him that I like really like resonated with. Like I felt like it was like, I didn't have to do anything to prove myself, if that makes sense. It would like, and like, also it was like, he was such a cool guy and like his friends were so like fun. And so like, but then there were like other things that like went against who I was, if that makes sense too, that I like couldn't really, it was really hard for me to reconcile.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
For sure. So it sounds like a lot of it was just, you felt like a lot of unconditional love from him.
For sure, yeah.
Or it was just like, I don't have to be anyone and you're going to love me no matter what.
Yeah, for sure felt that.
And for sure that's
and I like first was like in love with him too, I guess.
For sure.
I don't know. I had like all those like feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. So you love him, obviously. And so I think that's, as we go through the next phase of the story, is what's good to keep in mind, because it becomes a very much back and forth situation.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm just wanting the listeners to know it's because you love him so much. So you're like, I just don't want to let you go.
So emotionally in this.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
For sure. No,
So-
I'm all in.
So post this like end of marriage, like we're not getting married conversation.
Yeah.
Who breaks the barrier? Who texts to?
I'm sure he texted me probably. I can't remember.
Your guess.
Like, honestly, this phase is so, like, I have, like, memories of me, like, laying on the bathroom floor crying, like, just sobbing.
So this is where, like, the big tumultuous, some might even say toxic?
There was a lot. It was, like, 4 months of tumultuousness. Because it's not like it ended.
Sure. No, it wasn't a clean break.
The thing. It wasn't a clean break.
Yeah.
So it was back and forth.
And you think and he was all in on it, and it was just you that weren't sure.
Yeah, no, he was
Mostly.
ready to, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's so hard for both of you.
So hard.
Because you want to be all in, you kind of start talking to him, you start dating again.
Yeah, we like kind of start. I mean, it's not like we're like, oh, we're dating, but no, like we start, it's like, we just dive back into where we were.
Exactly. I mean, you can't, going from engaged, you can't like be like, oh, we're just hanging out again.
No, for sure
like,
not.
There's too much depth there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you start talking. But how does it go? Because there's still like the looming marriage thing.
I feel like everyone kind of like loosened up around me in my close circle, if that makes sense, in terms of like being supportive of it.
Okay.
And so I think I like kind of moseyed my way back in there.
Yeah.
And so for sure it was like, no, we're gonna get married. I'm like, I told him that like, okay, yeah, like let's get married again, basically. I think at some point.
Yeah, like at some point during the saga in the next 6 months, marriage was back on the table.
Yeah, it was back on the table, and it like honestly, I was terrible. If I could go back and like change things, because I was like so wishy washy. Yeah, for sure. And so but it was like more of the same.
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
Marriage is on the table, but it's like, but I can't send invitations out. Sorry.
But you can't progress. Did part of you like put marriage back on the table because you knew you had to marry him to keep him? It's like, well, I'm going to marry you or lose you, and I don't want to lose you, so I'm going to marry you. Or no, is that not it?
I don't think that's necessarily it. It was mostly like, well, like, if we're not going to get married, like, what are we doing?
Exactly.
I think. Yeah. So maybe whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So, that was
so it's like, we're not getting, it's like, I'm not ready to break up with you. So we are on the path to marriage de facto. Yeah. Just by where we are.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much of this, obviously you've said our parents were not super stoked about the pairing.
Yeah.
How much of that impacted you and your decisions and how you felt about it?
Definitely, like, I'm not the whole thing. I don't, like...
For sure.
But no, yeah, definitely it impacted me.
Yeah. I mean, as it should. Like, your parent, like, you have close friends or people who are close to you who are like, hey, we're not sure about this.
Yeah.
You want to listen to that.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually remember you coming in because you were like you were like friends with him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I do remember you like coming in the middle of it. This is gonna make me cry. You like coming into my room and being like, it was like, you're like 15, like 16 years old or whatever. Yeah. And you're just like, I can't remember, what did you say?
It was, if you're not, like, you need to be sure about this.
Yeah, you were like,
if you're not sure,
like, don't do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if my like 16-year-old sister is telling me this, like, I think I need to listen.
I remember just watching because like 16, 17, I feel like is the first time when you kind of start becoming your own person.
Yeah.
And it was hard. It was like so hard to watch. And I just remember thinking to myself, I was like, I really liked him. Right. It was just like, yeah, if you're not sure, I just don't know if you can do this.
Which is like, no duh.
But I think the throes of it, it's just like,
so hard. And
it's so easy to get caught up and swept up in everything.
Yeah. And I think too, it like felt like you were like one of the people where I was like, okay, you're like on my team. Yeah. If that makes sense.
For sure.
And so, yeah, like my parents like not being like, it like was a part of it. Yeah. But like, it was because like, I was like, it's because it was like scratching this deep feeling that I was having too.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, like it was
I'm just like from inside.
Yeah, I just wanted to know like how much of it's from you, or like if you look back and you see like a lot of it's.
No, I don't blame my parents at all. Mm-hmm. Like, no, it was like all.
Yeah, all you.
Because if I were like, oh my gosh, this is the guy for me, like you guys are crazy.
Yeah,
it like wouldn't have been a thing. But like the things that they were worried about, like
you were also worried about.
Yes, exactly. And so like they were valid and they were right. That's the hard thing. Like looking back now, it's like, well, they were right.
Yeah, it's like it's tough. That's what is tough.
Like, yeah.
For sure. Do you think if they would have been stoked about it from the beginning, you would have psyched yourself into it to get married to him?
I think it would have been way more.
Way harder.
It would have been... that's a really hard question.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, like, there's no way that they would have been stoked about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so true. You're like, with everything that was going on... There was just, like, that's not even a possibility.
Yeah, it's not even a possibility. And, like, I think part of my framework is their framework.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
And so, that's just not even a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
I know exactly what you mean. But you have this tumultuous time. Your parents aren't stoked about it. You're going back and forth. So, like, how does it end? Like, where do we go?
I can't really remember. He had one more semester at school, so he leaves. So I think we're not in the same place anymore.
Got it.
And then I think we're, like, still talking. I think he takes a job out in, like, Boston or something like that. And...
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't really remember what happens beyond
When he
there.
takes a job out in Boston, are you a little bit miffed because you kind of moved to San Francisco for him? Or are you just like, whatever, no, I'm so over this whole thing?
At this point, like, I was like, no.
You're like, let bygones be bygones. We're here and now.
Totally. Totally.
100%. Okay, so he moves out to Boston, and then
I want to say too, he like tried to get a job in San Francisco, but like the best spot was in Boston. Like, so it's like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just like that's just how the cookie crumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it was probably, some might even say it was divine, because God was like, you know what, you need a little bit of separation to figure this out.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like when you're with him, it gets you deeper and deeper. And then the distance is when you're like, wait, I need to figure this out for myself, what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then...
So yeah, he moves out to Boston, and like, we're on. I remember visiting him one time, and it was like, no, like we're on. And then basically like we're off.
You're off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be clear, this is a year post initial engagement. So like this has been going on for so long.
Yeah, this has been, it's been like going on for so long.
So it's like the most emotionally draining year of your life, probably.
Oh my gosh, I was so emotionally drained.
Like probably even up until this point.
Yeah, no, I was like so exhausted, like crying at work, something like not like during work, but like would like leave and go on walks. I like the amount of Cheez-Its that I was eating was inhumane. It was like a box a day. And then I had like special candy treats that I would get.
Started running a marathon.
Oh yeah, I ran a marathon.
Like it was the training. It was full on.
We were in the throes. We were not doing good.
We were in crisis.
Such big crisis.
Yeah, okay, so that summer, so I graduated high school in 2019.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that summer is when he goes to Boston as well. And then, so you're in San Francisco, he's in Boston, you're now living at home alone with our parents.
Yeah.
The three of you.
Yeah.
What happens? So you're broken up?
Yeah, so...
Is it like official? Is it over?
So I visited him once, and like, you know, it was one of those things where like, we were getting nowhere.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna move out there, but like, oh my gosh, it's just, I'm like, even retelling this is exhausting. This went on way too long. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically he's exhausted by this point.
For sure.
And he's like in Boston, like trying to meet people. He doesn't know anyone, like going out with friends and stuff. And, basically like it just got to the point where like we had a conversation where like some things had happened and it was just like, you know what, like this isn't right. Yeah. Like we need, like it's done.
Yeah. Like for both of our sakes, like this just needs to be over.
Yeah.
Does it get to the point where you feel like the relationship is no longer bringing out the best in you in some ways?
Oh, for sure. There's like, no way it would bring out the best in either of us.
Like I imagine in these relationships, it's like you start becoming not the worst version of yourself.
Oh, for
but just this like highly emotional, a little bit emotionally volatile. Because you're like, I don't know where this relationship is going.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like in one day out the next.
Yeah.
And like being like that to him. So like I was terrible too.
Yeah. So like I'm just saying it's so hard for both of you and you're both just like,
and like
this is an emotional
and like I had my reasons that were for sure good reasons.
Absolutely.
But like, oh my gosh, such an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was exhausting.
For everyone involved.
Yes.
So then you end up moving out from California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move back to Utah.
Yeah. It's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Was the move to Utah like ceremonious? You also, in the backdrop, you have this job that you end up not loving.
Yeah.
The underpinning of all of this
I'm trying to remember. Okay, so basically, so let's go back to my job. So I ended up not liking my investment banking job very much. And
there's so much going on.
There's so much going on.
You're working these like 190-hour weeks, also have this relationship, and you're like...
Yeah, so like...
We're surviving.
Yeah, I was in survival mode.
Yeah.
And didn't love my job, so I ended up quitting my job. Eventually, and I'm so stoked about that.
Yeah.
And end up basically creating a website and selling stuff online for a while. Makes me giggle.
That's so fun.
I've sold a lot of makeup bags. Yes. Anyways, so moved back to Utah, and things are like basically done by this point. Yeah. I did run into him a few times. I think I'm happy sharing some stories actually
feel free.
Okay, so
it's up to you how much you want to share.
So it was so funny. So like we were I had like no ill will at all. And anyways, so I was working out at the gym with my sister-in-law. She wasn't my sister-in-law at the time.
She was dating our brother.
Dating our brother, like in the early stages, and no one really knew that they were dating yet. And another person had told him, like, "Hey, like you should look up this girl. Like she's a great girl to go date." Yeah. So I saw him at the gym for like the first time that I'd seen him in months. Yeah, and we had like really like just like a good conversation.
Cordial.
He hadn't moved back to Utah. He was just visiting randomly. Anyway, so he sees me and her working out. So he DMs me and wants to basically meet up, and we like go on a walk, and like he's like seeing if we should get back together, basically.
Feeling things out.
Wanting to get
a couple months.
Like should we maybe like revisit this? And then at the same, so like the next day, the girl who's dating my brother is like, man, he must like really like you because he like DM'd me. And I'm like, what? Like, you and I just met. Like, we were never friends because of him or anything like that.
He doesn't know that we are linked.
Yes. Like, he saw us working out together, so she should like have that much wherewithal to figure that out. So then she's like, okay, yeah, you're right.
You're like, no, he doesn't like me. He likes you.
I was about to say, this is like, he is not DMing you to get with me. He is DMing you to get with you, actually. Like, none of the conversation is about me.
I was like, our brother took it so well. He was like, you know what? You can't blame a guy for trying.
Yeah, and my brother was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yes. He like felt zero threat, felt no animosity. I texted him and called him out.
Oh, I forgot. Because I had said no to him before this happened. You texted him and called him out?
No, I told him. I was like, this girl is dating my brother. And he was like, oh my gosh. He was so embarrassed. So I called him out.
So funny.
I was like, no, you texted her and she's literally dating my brother. He was like, I had no idea. This is so awkward.
Yeah.
Because it's also awkward because you know that he's talking to another girl while like, kind of trying to re-up with you.
Exactly.
Which like, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's
totally
tough. But it was just like the unfortunate no one wants to.
It would have been fine if he hadn't seen us at the gym together.
Yeah.
But I was like, he was just like, I just want to touch and see how far this goes kind of thing, where it's like, dude, like, at least be like,
give it some time, maybe. Give it like a week or two.
Like, that's like
to reach out to the other.
Don't try and DM both of the girls, especially when it's like you have history with one.
A lot of history.
Anyways.
Fresh history.
Okay,
and he tries to re-up, you say no. It's like over. At this point, we're like in the moving on
especially
phase.
after that happened, I was like, yeah, like we don't, like, I don't want to be associated with this.
Not the best taste in your mouth, a little bit.
No, for sure not.
But nice guy, nothing against him.
Oh yeah, no, nice guy. Just trying to. Yeah.
That is so funny.
So funny.
How are you like doing emotionally at this point? Like, you've just had the most tumultuous year of your life.
Yeah.
You're going to Utah for a fresh start. How are you
I'm not doing great.
Yeah.
No, yeah, not doing great.
Yeah.
Like, the song Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez comes out and like, lose it.
That was your anthem.
That was such a good song.
It was so good.
I like
rightfully so.
Listened to the whole Malibu Nights album by Lainey. I know like every word to that album, which is jarring.
We went to that concert and my brother and I were just kind of like, we knew kind of the hits, but you were just like, you were one with those lyrics. And with that song, we look over and you're just singing your heart out. And we're like, I had no idea we had such a Lainey fan on our hands.
Oh, it's so funny to look back on, but it was terrible.
Yeah. How are you, like, post that experience? Mm-hmm. Like, how does that affect your view of yourself?
I can't imagine in a good way. I'm like, that's a really hard question to answer. Yeah. I feel like
you don't need to answer it.
I don't know the answer. I think that's the jarring part. But like, for sure, I became much more empathetic towards people.
Okay.
Like, this is the positive. Became much more empathetic towards people.
Awesome.
I am much more emotional. Like, I used to like be kind of more stone cold, and now like, I don't know, anything like remotely tender happens. I see like an old person and I'm like, oh my gosh, they probably lived through so much. Anyways, and I became much more like funny.
Okay.
And like laughy.
Just like a little more lighthearted?
Yeah, a little bit more lighthearted. Way more lighthearted, for sure.
Do you think that's because of the breakup, or do you think that like brought out a different side of you?
No, I think it just brought out, like, this was a good thing. It brought out a different side of me.
Yeah.
And like, that's like a part of me that I love.
Yeah.
Like, I love to laugh. And I think I was just like, this like persona that I kind of had built up was just like, taken down.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, all of a sudden this wall, or this like, maybe not a facade. I feel like you believed it, but just like this person you had created, you're like, wait, this may not be
it may not be me. Yeah. And so, that like deconstruction process was, very painful for sure. And I don't think I knew what was going on either. I should have sought help. No, I'm serious.
No, probably you could have benefited from someone like walking you through those emotions, and like there's so
100%.
much you're working through. And it was
like, I don't know what's right. Like my internal voice is so low. Like I have no like confidence in like my ability to make decisions, if that makes sense, to direct my life or like direct what I actually want. Like what do I actually want? Like all of these things are unclear.
Yeah.
And like, I think so. Yeah. So that kind of putting to the negative side, that would be a huge part of it. Like, for color, my brother changed my name in his phone to The Lost Soul. It's since changed.
All love.
But that, but like that pretty accurate representation of what I was going through.
Yeah. Do you feel like because for the duration of your relationship, you'd almost like push down the inner voice that was like, hey, this isn't great. Yeah. Do you think that you stopped trusting yourself a little bit because of that?
Well, I stopped trusting myself, and I like also wasn't willing to go where that voice was telling me. Does that make sense? Like I wasn't willing to like play with like, wait, why is this a thing? And like I kind of knew, but I wasn't willing to like let me like really work with this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like really explore that. You were just like, let me ignore it.
Let me like kind of ignore it, but it's this feeling, and that's so it causes so much anxiety, and now I can't move.
Okay. Yeah, it was like an uncomfortable emotion, so you're just like, I'm just going to pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
Just avoiding the pain.
For sure.
Of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so, yeah, I totally didn't trust myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that, so moving forward, you're 24 at this point?
I think 25.
25?
Yeah.
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Talk about the last 7 years.
Man, so the last 7 years have been such a blur.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like in the saddest way, like I feel like, because I ended up like moving around and like got another job in finance, a really great job in finance and private equity, and was like, again, like this isn't me.
Yeah.
So kind of like reran that rat race.
Yeah.
And like I think over the last 7 years, it's just like I've had this like subconscious feeling of like I kind of feel like a failure, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like so like it also inside of my subconscious is like, I like what really matters to me, like what's really important to me. I don't really know. And like, yeah, I don't have a strong internal voice. And I'm like, really like just don't love myself, honestly, is probably like I hold myself in contempt. Holding myself in contempt.
Like, tell me more about holding yourself in contempt.
I think, yeah, just like, cause it's like one of those things where it's like, if you ask a young kid and you're like, hey, or like you tell them like, hey, you're awesome. The kid's like, yeah, like I am.
Okay.
Like I have value. I have like things to bring to the table. And like, I feel like, I wasn't feeling that way about myself, if that makes sense.
Interesting. It's interesting because I think if you talk to a lot of people would say you're like a really confident person.
Oh yeah. It's not like I portrayed that.
So that's what's like so interesting is that, because would you say you like weren't a confident person, or did you just say like, how does those two things play together?
So I think like, you can do a lot of research on this, but a lot of high achievers naturally are like so high at achieving because they're super insecure.
Yeah.
And so it's basically, wait, I have to like, I'm a workaholic. I'm not a workaholic, but like if you're a workaholic or like if you want to try and do this thing, it's like I keep doing this thing because like I don't love myself. Like I have to work to like make myself feel loved, and not just like love myself because like, no, like I have like, I'm valuable and I'm strong and I'm like worth fighting for and all those things. And so I think for sure I portrayed being like confident. Like I didn't never wanted to like not portray being confident, but like definitely there were like things, and a lot of this was on subconscious level too.
Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't say this is like, it's not like I woke up being like, oh my gosh, like I suck. Like it's all like a layer deeper, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And like, basically I just felt like stuck.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Was it deep enough that you could almost ignore it for
sure. Yeah.
Like in your day to day? It's not like it's this overarching painful feeling. It's like layer deeper.
for
You're ignoring it.
Exactly.
Interesting. And it sounds like you have to earn your own respect is basically how you feel. It's like, no, I have to be doing external things, like have a good job, or I have to, be high achieving in XYZ way.
Exactly.
In order to earn your own respect.
Yeah. And so I feel like it's like, look, I've had all of these like big finance jobs, but like, it's like, for me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like, I'm like, well, I haven't found anything that I liked now. And so like, yeah, like it was like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you go back to a finance job.
Yeah.
Are you hoping that that's going to give you fulfillment again?
For sure.
Or did you like be like, I know this isn't going to?
I hoped it would.
And then it didn't.
Yeah, the people there were so amazing.
Yeah,
but
they're great.
It was just like the job itself.
Yeah, okay. So then you do a startup with someone you know.
Yeah.
And it's also not giving you the fulfillment you're looking for.
Yeah.
So fast forward to 2 months ago.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about 2 months ago.
All of this is ago.
Basically, I'm like at my parents' house in California.
Yeah.
Visiting. It's like supposed to be a fun weekend. And basically, like, long story short, like, my dad said something that like wasn't like negative or like mean at all, but it like triggers me.
Yeah.
Like to the point where it's like, I feel like you're disappointed in me kind of thing. And I'm not saying that's what he like intended either.
Yes.
But that's what it felt like. And then I just like, for like a day, just kind of like spiraled. In terms of like, and by spiraled, I mean just like crying or like didn't want to talk to anyone, which I like never do.
No, it was.
I'm like usually very like,
Yeah. Because I was there.
Yes.
And it was like, she is not well, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is not Rebecca. She's like in some sort of funk. Like something's happening.
Yeah.
She's not herself.
Totally.
And so walk me through what you're feeling in this spiral.
In this spiral, I'm feeling out of control.
Yeah.
And like a failure.
Okay.
It's like, my job's not what I want. My relationship isn't what I want. Like, I'm single, basically.
Yeah.
And like, I'm stuck. Where's the way out?
Yeah. Is it almost like, to me, it seemed that the lid was blown off on all of the things that you had been shoving. Okay, I wanted to say, from my perspective, as like a third party person who's known you the whole entire time.
Yeah.
What's been interesting is that, like, I've always known that you wish you were married. And I've always known that you didn't love your job. Like, it's not like that's been a secret from anyone. It's like, no, I would like to be married. I wish I loved my job more. But you never showed, like, openly that it really got to you emotionally, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, you would never be like, I'm having a really hard time with the fact that I'm not married right now. It was just like, oh, yeah, I wish I were married, but that was it.
For sure.
Like, we never... At least from my, and for sure also, I never like really asked you deeper questions about it.
Well, no, this is not on you.
No, I don't think it's on me. I'm just acknowledging. I'm like, I also wasn't like, let's explore and you shut me down. I'm not like, you never shut me down.
True.
But we never had any discussions of like, no, this is like hard.
Yeah,
I'm really bummed that I'm not married, or I'm really bummed that my life isn't going the way I want it to go.
Yeah.
And then it kind of seems like it all happened at once.
Well, yeah, I think it's so hard because there's like a balance you want to hit, right? Where it's like, okay, like I don't want to like mope around with the fact that it's like, I want something that's not happening.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to like mope around or cry every day.
Yeah.
But I think probably on the flip side, like it's probably healthy to like want something or like have anxiety that you don't have something, because that means it's important to you.
Yeah.
But I don't think I like let myself like feel the maybe like the grief of like losing something that like I wanted by this point, if that makes sense. And so no, definitely like there wasn't a lot of emotional processing of like, what do I do with this? Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's not that you had these feelings that you didn't express. It was just like, I'm not letting myself go there emotionally.
Yes, I think that's the bottom line. And then I think it just like, over the years, it's just like bottled up.
Yeah. And then it was like, your body was like, I demand to be heard, basically.
Yeah, it was basically like, wait, I'm like actually not okay with where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it was like explode.
Because the way I think of it is like, you either have little micro explosions over time.
Totally. Which is way healthier, by the way, which I think you should do.
But you skip that, so it was just like, so we're just going to have one bigger explosion.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Yeah. I mean,
like, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's like I cried for a day and didn't talk for the next day.
Yeah.
And like the next week I was like, just
A little bit off.
Just not myself.
Just not
for sure.
You know, not really feeling yourself, and everyone's been there.
Oh, for sure. So it's like normal. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and also I think anyone you talk to that you tell this to, they would expect you to be like this all the time.
Probably, yeah.
Or people like when you told your friend about this, she's like, well, how bad was it? You're like, oh, I was just sad. She's like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. She was like, wait, like, are you, called one of my friends and she was like, wait, are you okay? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not like, you know what I mean?
I'm not institutionalized.
I'm not institutionalized. Yeah. I'm okay. She's like, okay, I was just making sure. I was like, so cute of you.
I know, it's so cute. I'm just like, I think our family is not the most emotional.
No.
So I think like in most families, that's actually a very normal occurrence.
For sure. Especially, we have mostly girls.
Yes.
So I'm like, none of us are like, let me break down and cry about it and like talk to someone about it. No.
Yeah. That's very just not our family, but I'm just saying like, that's like so normal.
Totally.
For everyone to
and I think it's good to do.
No, yeah, it's absolutely good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're moving forward.
Yes.
Through these feelings.
Yes. Do you want me to get kind of like what? Like, well, what did I do with this? What's happening?
Yeah, what would you do with it? And two, like, do you think it's all been lingering there this whole time throughout your like late 20s? Like this has been
for sure
the whole time.
No, for sure. Like, and that, like, I think it was one of those things where it's like my subconscious just feeling like I'm stuck.
Yes.
And I think our brains are wired to solve problems and like be creative and like be like, okay, like then let's like move here. But I feel like my subconscious was like just in a place where it's like, I feel stuck. So my brain's like, okay, we're not going to do anything. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you feel like you tried to switch jobs to like fix those feelings?
Yeah, for
almost?
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're like, because I think also you've said I suffer from shiny object syndrome, but do you think it's more so that you felt stuck and you just think that this new thing is going to solve your problem?
Yeah, for sure.
Which I guess might be the definition of shiny object syndrome. But
it's like, I don't like what I'm doing. Let's like see what's sparkling today.
Mm-hmm. Let's just change. Yeah. So where does that leave you now?
Yeah. Okay. So what happened? So it was actually very serendipitous. So I that next Sunday, I'm gonna get emotional about this.
Good.
I hate getting emotional.
It's so healthy.
Okay. Anyways, so I go to church, and my old job with finance, I had like one of like my best. I hate this. One of my best mentors. One of my mentors who was like the best there. Two of like the people who I had worked with were somehow like at church in San Clemente at like my parents' house in the ward. Yeah. So, and I had been meaning to reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in like 2 years. Yeah. And so I was like, I should like reach out to him and see. And so like somehow he had like an opening literally like the next day, which he's like very like doesn't happen. Yeah. Very busy guy. Anyways, so I go in there. We just have lunch at like my old office. Yeah. And I go in there and like, for me, he is like Gandhi.
Yeah.
No, if you know him, he's amazing.
He's awesome.
He's so cool. So basically like, it was like, I cried. He kind of cried. It was so tender, but like,
so cute.
He's also brilliant intellectually and then emotionally as well. Like went to Harvard, Stanford, but then like just
like EQ and IQ
and it was one of those people where like I met him and like it was initially like we just like clicked and I was like, oh, you get me. Does that make sense?
Oh,
like you understand where I'm coming
those people that just like sometimes don't get the next layer and you're like, no, you understand all of
and immediately he's like, oh, this and this. So anyway, so I'm like talking to him and he is like basically, I mean, first of all, he was so cute. He was like, first of all, I need to let you know that like I love you no matter what. Oh. It was so cute. Like you don't have to do anything to earn my love.
Yeah.
So it was so cute. And then he was just like, look, like you need to you need to do the work. And I was like, what does that mean?
You're like, yeah.
Because he's like talked to me about that, but I'm like, I don't even know what that like really means, if that makes sense.
It's so nebulous. You need to do the work, and it's hard because it's not like physically doing like, something. You're like, okay.
And so basically, he's basically like, basically he was like, you like hold yourself in contempt. Yeah. You don't have a strong internal voice. Like, where is your internal voice? And like all of this, like, what do you actually want, believe, feel? Like, who are you? What do you want? Like, why don't you love yourself? Basically, like, why don't you like your birthday? Stuff like that. Like, well, you deserve to be celebrated. Like, why don't you feel that? Basically. Yeah. And so he gave me, and I'm happy to share like all of the books he's given me, and like he's like, basically he's like, you need to start like journaling and like, actually the method is like journal, upload it to ChatGPT, and be like, what other questions can I take a layer deeper?
Yeah.
That was one of the things. And then he was like, you need to go get a therapist. He's like, I have like my person. He was like, who's on your team right now? He's like, literally, they're like, who's on your team?
Yeah.
So, anyways, so that conversation was like, yeah, I'm gonna get so emotional. It was like so like pivotal, if that makes sense. Anyways, so since then,
I love this.
You don't have to say that.
No, I'm being dead serious.
I know. It's just
I just don't want you to be insecure about crying. I'm like, no, I love this.
I know.
Anyways, you have no reason to be insecure about crying.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Anyways, so I met with like 3 different therapists and like landed on one that I really like. Yeah. And have been doing a lot of like journaling and like being able to like basically like he was and like when I met with that mentor, he was like, you don't even know what you're feeling. Like you can't even tell me what you're feeling right now. So it's like understanding what you're feeling, understanding that like emotions are like powerful and they're actually like teaching you things about yourself versus being like, why do I like feel this? This is dumb that I feel this way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're not a weakness.
Yes, exactly. Not a weakness. They're like a superpower. They like teach you about you. Anyways, so it's been like amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like I've just been like unraveling things bit by bit, and like I just wake up in the morning like honestly like so much happier, and like for the first time I'm so excited for the future.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so I like feel so good actually.
In the unraveling, do you feel like you're unraveling who you are? Are you unraveling your emotions?
I feel like yeah, for sure all of it. I feel like there's a layer of like, yeah, who am I? And like, actually, like, I'm amazing. And like, I deserve to be fought for. And like, I like should be protective of like myself, if that makes sense. And like, no, my emotions aren't like dumb either, if that makes sense. Like, there's a reason why like something triggers me. And so like, let me go deep, like dive deeper into this and like into myself and like discover what that is. And that's like really scary because it opens yourself up to pain. One of the books that he recommended was, The Road Less Traveled, something like that. But basically it's like the whole premise is like the reason you have a problem is because it causes you pain, and the solutions is all about like being able to like be honest with yourself and like look at the pain basically and like wade through the pain, because that's like the only way that you're actually gonna like be brave enough to become different and like grow.
I love to use the word brave because it is like so brave and courageous. Like the brave thing to do isn't shoving it down. The brave thing to do is like get through it and like look at it.
Totally.
Yeah. In your unraveling and getting to know yourself better, I guess you could say.
I love it. Yes.
What has been one thing that you've discovered about yourself that you've loved?
That I've loved about myself that I've loved.
Yes. I don't know if this is even a question you feel like you haven't answered to, but I'd love to know, as you're rediscovering yourself, what are you like, wait, this is cool. I like this about myself.
You know, I think I'm funny actually. Turns out I have some clever ideas.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yes. I think on like a more serious note, it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm worth fighting for. Yeah. If that makes sense. And it's not even that like, I'm like finding new stuff about me that I love. Like, honestly, actually one huge thing too is like, I like need to have purpose in what I'm doing. Yeah. And I think like if I'm doing something, like if I'm selling something just to get money, I'm like, ew, hate that. Like there's no purpose in that at all for me. Yeah. But no, I'm loving that. Like I really enjoy having like deep conversations. I hate small talk, but like getting that layer deeper, I think is like so soul fulfilling for me. Yeah. And like I get so locked in on it too. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
I've said I love it probably 100 times.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean it every time. Thank you. I'm just loving it. Okay, I'm sorry. I have another question for you.
I love this. Continue.
I texted this to you earlier, actually.
Yes, you did.
I gave you time to think about this. What is one thing that you do in your life, in your everyday life, that brings you joy, fulfillment, makes you feel powerful?
So, is this something new?
No, it's anything. Do you want me to
give me an example. Yes.
Well, I was going to say, what made me think of this question was this is a dumb example, but I was making bagels.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so you.
Yes. Last time I made bagels, it was like, it went fine. Yeah. Wasn't great. Yeah. But last time I was like, I'm going to try again. I really want to have a bagel for breakfast in the morning this week, so I'm going to make some bagels. Yeah. So I proceed to make them. It's a long process. I have to leave them overnight. I finish them this morning. I pull them out of the oven, and the joy that I had, the fulfillment that I had, I kid you not, when I pulled those bagels out of the oven and they were golden and beautiful, I was on a mountaintop. And I literally sent you a picture and was like, why am I the most powerful person I know? Why am I the greatest to ever live? And I was like,
the goat right here.
This is so dumb. I am getting no money, nothing out of this is other just than for you. It's a bagel. You could go buy it from Einstein's.
I'm sure they're better than Einstein's.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
They have a lot more love. But it's so dumb. But I was like, wow, this brought me so much more fulfillment, joy. I just got so excited about it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I was just wondering, what are things in your life that you're that give you that feeling of I'm powerful?
Yeah, so I think that's what I've been lacking, actually, if that makes sense too. And I'd like a side in. It's just man, what's the point of me doing any of this? Yeah. I think going to the gym used to give me that. Okay. I do CrossFit, so doing well in a workout that's hard. It was used to be oh my gosh, I'm awesome or whatever.
Well, yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard. It's anyways. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say also these things sound dumb. It takes a level for you to step back and for me to be you know what? It's not stupid that I'm excited about these bagels. Yeah. Is it dumb? Yes. Does it actually matter? No. But does it get me excited? Absolutely. So why wouldn't I just lean into that and be no, I feel great doing this thing.
Totally.
That doesn't have any consequence actually in life.
Yeah, so I would say the gym used to do that for me. I don't think it does as much anymore.
Interesting.
I still love it, but it's just not the same. Yeah. I would say two things that come to mind. One is having my nails done. I've been getting my nails done recently, and I'm taking care of myself, actually.
I love that.
And then number two is, I would say, even starting this podcast. It's been so fun. Yeah. It's
no, same.
Yeah, it's I don't even know if I have anything really to say or share or help, but yeah, it's been so fun and such a fun outlet, and also really scary. Yeah. It's ew, this is,
you're putting a lot out there. You're putting a lot out there.
Yeah. And I'm also one that's I've been so anti-social media for forever. I'm this is so dumb. Yeah. But then I'm well, it's a powerful media and everyone's on it, even if they think it's dumb.
It's actually, you're I'm still scrolling every single day. Yeah. Even if you're not hate scrolling, but
yeah, it's just
everyone's still on it, whether or not they're posting or not.
But yeah, I think the whole thing reality is it kind of makes you uncomfortable. Something that it's this was really uncomfortable for me now, but now it's not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. No, so, I'm glad.
Yes.
That's fun. I feel the same way about the podcast. So,
yes. I wish I had something like the bagels. One day.
No, you'll get there.
Yeah.
I have 40 hobbies, so
that's true.
That's
hobbies
honestly,
are fun.
I need to.
No, you don't.
Consolidate.
No, you don't.
Keep them broad.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to share with people?
No, I would just say the biggest takeaway is I think being at peace with yourself is so important. Yeah. It can be so scary. And there's sometimes with some people a weird fear of diving into themselves, and also being just really truthful with themselves, I think is really scary. But and the pain that it brings, because the reality is sometimes things just don't work out how you want them to. Yeah. Or some things don't affect you how don't happen the way you want. I guess I just said that, but
yeah.
But you have to face it. Yeah. And it's that's okay. You can pivot. And I think there's a lot of joy on the other side of it. Cause your brain's I think your brain's always solving things. Mm-hmm. Just got to focus on what's next and wade through the pain.
Wade through the pain. Well, I've been so proud of you watching you go through this journey.
Thank you.
I know. That sounds dumb. No, but actually, I know it hasn't been easy. Like, I think it's just really admirable that you're leaning into your emotions. And I think that's really cool, and I know that's really scary. Like, for a fact, I know that's terrifying, and it's not fun in a lot of ways. And, like, I've just always really looked up to you, and it's even so funny to me, like, hearing you say, like, you feel like you're lost and you're not valuable because you've always been, like, so valuable for me, and, like, such... And, like, I've always, like, looked up to you, and you've always been, like, such a guide to me. That it's like, I've just like always thought like, dude, she knows who she is. Like, no, I like seriously, you've been my hero forever, like since I was a kid. And so I don't know, like it's just been a pleasure to watch you like grow and to watch you like lean into yourself and to watch, I think also watching you love yourself, because I feel like I love you so much that I'm like, wait, no, I want you to feel that way about yourself because I know how great you are. And I want you to appreciate that about yourself as much as I appreciate that about you. So I think that's what's been really beautiful for me to watch and like meant a lot to me and been like, wait, I'm so proud of you for like taking the time to love yourself how you deserve to be loved and how much value I know you have. So I just wanted to say I love you, and I think you're the greatest and the most capable and the most competent. Like, there's never been a doubt in my mind that you're just the best.
Thanks, Pop.
Yeah.
I love you too. So, making me cry. Yeah, feel free to reach out with anything.
We love it.